Hi, my name is Irene Myers, and I am the Northwest ISD At-Risk Counselor. Welcome to Back to School 2020 Coping During COVID webinar. So we are facing an uncertain academic school year. It's very important for parents and caregivers to have the tools that are practical and easy to implement as you support your child in their back to school success. Mental Health America has developed its 2020 Back to School Toolkit to help students, parents, and teachers. I plan to discuss some of the key points addressed in the toolkit with you today. First and most important is that you are the expert of your child. You know your child better than anyone else. Stress and anxiety can be common during the school year for students, but with the pandemic upon us, it's even more important to pay close attention. I have included several resources you can use based upon your child and family's needs or to pass along to a friend or colleague. Our goal is that you leave today learning at least one new thing, or you are affirmed that you are on the right track as you support your child. Let's take a look at these resources. Mental health screening. The screeners are free, confidential, and scientifically validated. They're the same questions you would get in a doctor's office. The Not Okay app. This Not Okay app allows you to pre-select up to 5 contacts. When you press a button on the app, it will text those contacts with your location and it will say, "I'm not okay. Please call me, text me, or come find me." It's a great way to let your support system know that you need some help, even if you can't put it into words. National Suicide Hotline. This is a 24/7 free and confidential support to people in distress, and you don't need to be suicidal to reach out. Text Mental Health America. If you prefer texting versus talking on the phone, this is a great option. Domestic Violence Hotline. The stressors of COVID have the potential to increase violence between partners and in homes. And then last but not least is Child Help National Child Abuse Hotline. If you or a child you know is being hurt or doesn't feel safe at home, this hotline number will help tremendously. Change is hard. Positive, negative, or neutral changes can create stress and anxiety in people. For those returning to school this fall in person and for our remote virtual learners, simply navigating the uncertainty can feel overwhelming. Staying in a routine, practicing mindfulness, and incorporating some activities to stay connected with others can help your child's overall mental health. FaceTiming, phone calls, or having a virtual Zoom gathering are just a few ideas that can lessen the isolation for your child. One way to address stress your child may be feeling is simply to acknowledge it and accept that this feeling is very normal. Being proactive by talking about what this looks like and feels like for your child can provide them with a sense of relief. Limit their social media time as they increase their stress, as this may increase their stress and anxiety. Ask them what they need from you so that you can best support them in a manner that works best for them. And certainly, most important is make decisions that work best for your family, not just what their peers are doing. As kids face their fear, stress, and anxiety, it typically loses its power and becomes less intimidating and overwhelming. It's more important now than ever for students, parents, and school staff to work together, to support each other, and to be there for our students, setting them up for success. A lot of patience and grace is needed this school year. Your children will model your actions and reactions to remote and/or in-person learning. We all are entering new territory and doing the best we can. Even with the impact of COVID, we can still stay connected through phone calls, emails, and Zooms. A few parent resources I want to highlight today are from the Center of Disease Control, Child Mind Institute, Families in Schools, and Mental Health America. All are excellent resources that are free, up-to-date, relatable, and practical as we support our students' back-to-school success. The first one I want to show you is the back to school planning checklist for parents and caregivers. This guide from CDC can help you and your child prepare for in-person learning. It's also a wealth of knowledge on navigating stress. Let me highlight a few things for you right now. So it talks about action steps and things to consider for in-person learning. I'm going to scroll down a little bit more, and it will address just how to get ready for the day, social emotional learning, how to keep your family healthy, even down to masks, how you can wear them, what it does, how it helps others, and then it shows some visual aids on how that can be helpful as well. For our remote virtual learners, I have provided a checklist from CDC as well for you as you plan to support your child through their remote learning. If you find this works well for you, great. If not, there are specific times during the school year that you can make a request for your child to go back to in-person learning. For most students, in-person learning works better, but again, you know your child best, and that's the route you need to take. Each of these are just checklist guidelines you may need to tweak to best meet your child's educational needs. So let me take a minute to show you the remote. So it's talking about setting up for virtual at-home learning, planning for your at-home learning, mental health and social emotional well-being considerations, when your child is struggling, the whole family is impacted. At the Child Mind Institute, their goal is to help parents and caregivers help you make good decisions for your kids and assist in the challenges of parenting. This resource explores the concerns and challenges they hear about most from parents and caregivers and provide expert guidance on how to respond in the most effective manner. If you have a child who needs support, Child Mind Institute offer resources that can help you get the best care for your child and the best outcome for your family. So at a glance, you can see there's information for educators, but there's also topics from A to Z. But on the left-hand side, there's things that common concerns, parent guides, ask an expert. So again, a really good resource with a wealth of knowledge for you to utilize if needed. Families in schools, this is a great tool resource to implement your child's schoolwork, regardless if they are in person or if they decided to go to remote learning. This online site includes core subjects to nutrition to arts and culture. The Mental Health America has 10 free screening tools, including one that is youth-focused, ages 11 through 17, who are concerned with their emotions or intentions or behaviors, that it might be a sign of a problem. The parent test is for parents for young children to help determine if your child's emotions, attentions, or behaviors might be signs of mental health concern. Once you get the results, which you do so immediately, you will be provided with information to help you figure out the next steps. Let's spend some time now on resources for students. We will start with Kids Health. This site can help your kids figure out how to make it through those tricky situations, like maybe a conflict with a parent, or just generally not liking school, or feeling really sad. Another great resource for teens is Teen Mental Health. This resource allows your teens to learn more about social emotional learning, the challenges that many teenagers face, and how to get them through it. It's also a great source to help a friend if someone close to you is struggling. Here's just an overview of that website. So you just would go into the website, click what you need, and it would take you to a lot of great resources and a lot of great strategies that you can implement within your home setting or pass on to a friend. I think we all can equally agree we all want our children to achieve academic success. But equally important is we want to foster positive and healthy self-image and self-esteem in our kids. The more we pour into them, the better they will be at managing obstacles that come their way. The best way to teach these strategies is to model them in our own lives. Easy to say, but hard to live by, I understand. What I know is this though, we can do this. Please utilize these free, high-quality resources now and in the future. Pass on to others these sites as they are updated often with topics that are added that are relevant to the challenges our children and our teenagers face when returning back to school. Healthy parents and caretakers help create healthy children and teens. As we know, our children will mirror what we reflect, regardless if we want them to do so or not. Please take these resources and tips for success as we collaborate together, students, parents, and school staff this school year. Thank you for your time. We welcome feedback. If I can further support you, please feel free to reach out to me as I've included my contact information. Again, thank you and have a great day.